To every man and woman, yes, the SEC prevailed in court, so things will only get more intriguing. More than $8 billion worth of XRP will soon be available for purchase, according to experts. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But that's not the end of it. Many people believe that XRP Ripple might cost up to $25,500. This kind of warning cannot be disregarded. Let's get straight to the point and omit anything else. Please be aware that the period that could most significantly alter XRP is about to begin. After years of legal battles and uncertainty, things are finally improving. This time, succeeding in court isn't the only goal. It has to do with Wall Street's interest, institutional capital, and the potential approval of a spot ETF, which would inject billions of dollars into the XRP market. According to a cryptocurrency expert named Bale, a significant amount of money will enter XRP next week. In a day, XRP week will start. We don't suddenly become so excited. A spot ETF application for XRP is currently being considered by the SEC. Many analysts think that by 2025, this might occur. If not earlier. The spot ETF for XRP and the other ETFs under consideration are likely to be authorized, according to Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas. Let's discuss what an ETF is to help you see why this is significant. With exchange-traded funds, which are regulated financial marketplaces, one can invest in assets such as cryptocurrency. Investors are not required to possess the tokens, though. The acceptance of Ethereum ETF and Bitcoin was more than just news. They brought in a lot of money from banks and other lenders, which caused prices to skyrocket. For XRP, these factors are equally, if not more, crucial. An ETF would make it simpler for average investors to enter the market. Additionally, it would improve liquidity, facilitate more accurate price movements, and, above all, improve the fund's standing with the public. All of this occurred following a significant court case that altered the discourse surrounding XRP. A judge ruled in 2023 that XRP is not a bond. This was a significant event for a long time, ever since the SEC initially charged Ripple Labs in 2020. Following the decision, the XRP governor stated in a tweet that XRP is not a security. It was one brief sentence that marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of the next. After that decision was reached, large investors showed a great deal of interest in considering XRP for an ETF. Large fund managers like Bitwise, Grayscale, and Franklin Templeton are currently leading the charge to develop regulated XRP assets. Behind the scenes, major banks and financial institutions like JP Morgan think that permitting ETFs may generate up to $18 billion in funding for cryptocurrencies like XRP. It isn't a guess. It demonstrates that businesses are prepared to launch as soon as the government grants them permission. Price isn't the only factor that influences generating enthusiasm. Making XRP a significant player in the upcoming financial era is the aim. It was never intended for XRP to be just another internet currency. Since its creation, sending money across borders, getting cash, and moving money quickly should be simple. Big investors who want to make money and feel like they're making a difference find those uses even more appealing when an ETF is accessible. A growing number of locals are certain that the protracted wait is ended. XRP owners are prepared to go, according to John Squire. This SEC case. It has to stop immediately. Everyone in the XRP group feels that way. Simply getting through the storm is no longer sufficient. It has to do with emerging from the shadows. Simultaneously, other significant developments in the cryptocurrency space indicate that the SEC is changing its rhetoric. Governments and initiatives like Injective are collaborating to assist create regulations. According to Camper, Injective underwent significant transformation this week and is currently collaborating with the SEC to help develop cryptocurrency regulations. It indicates that the era of conflict is finished and that the era of cooperation has begun. Benefit greatly from this shift. Naturally, those with extensive knowledge of cryptocurrency believe that XRP will increase in value. It's unlikely that most individuals are prepared for it. You will be astounded by some of the numbers being used. It's about creating predictions that will alter the course of events and are supported by actual institutional force. Don't write off XRP as just another coin just yet. After what's about to happen, you might not have the same perspective on the future. According to Jack the Rippler, that is. The secret to financial independence is XRP. Everyone in the crypto community agrees with him. Following the Amank's post, XRP users are standing tall, and those who have hung on for a long time are full of energy. Keep an eye out for the next major event. You sense its imminence. Wide open eyes. Your excitement is not an error. You may support it with wild price statements that come true, a lot of fresh institutional interest, and ETF speculation. An experienced specialist named CryptoBitlord made a startling assertion. Since they were in the news, there was a lot of noise in the room at the moment. XRP may go up to $2,500 in price. Yes, exactly. XRP Ripple coins cost $2,500 each, not $15 or $10. Some individuals don't think that's feasible. But Bitlord isn't merely inventing figures. The well-known XRP run in 2017 serves as evidence that vertical development is not only feasible but also inherent in the currency. He stated that the $2,500 price of XRP is accurate. In 2017, the cost of the pump would likely exceed $2,000. Indeed. Now that the monthly barrier has been removed, prices ought to begin rising. The goal of the entire process is to identify prices that fluctuate. This implies that there may be no known limit to the XRP price chart's potential to reach previously uncharted territory. Bitlord believes that once those final levels of resistance are breached, XRP could rise swiftly and trouble-free. This is particularly true if institutional momentum and the potential introduction of an ETF in 2025 support it. They don't all agree, of course. After adding their voice, TM Research stated, "Let's see where XRP dollars land after this run is over. Finding out the cost will be fantastic. However, it is unlikely to reach $2,500. However, some, like Stu, strongly objected, arguing that the $25 million recommended value was absurd because it would place XRP's market capitalization beyond $2,150 trillion, which is significantly more than the global market capitalizations of gold, stocks, and even real estate. You'll then claim that there is no market capitalization for XRP. People are going to lose everything because these crazy prices," wrote Stu. Demands. However, many XRP believers don't care about the precise figure. It's about the potential outcome.